Hey, welcome back to Fire and Water Travel. I am Darren, of course, and today I'm going to go over all the food and all the drinks we had on the Silversea's Silver Ray cruise ship. We ate at every restaurant on board and we visited every bar on board. So we're going to go over all those things. I'll be right back. Hey, welcome to Fire and Water Travel Services. We specialize in affordable luxury and culinary adventures with all types of travel, including cruises, all-inclusives, and any type of travel that you're looking for. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and make sure you like and subscribe and share this channel. All right, guys, so we're going to start off with in-suite dining. We did this a couple times for breakfast. We didn't do any other meal, but it was set up really nice by our butler. They delivered it to me and set up the table. It was actually really, really good. So in-suite dining was excellent. Next, it's the Arts Cafe. It's right in the middle of the ship on deck 4. You see it as soon as you walk on board. It's their coffee and snack place. It's where you get all your different kinds of coffees, and they have some different kinds of snacks at different times of the day, and they change them up all the time. So they've got all kinds of cookies and cakes and stuff like that, different flavored waters, yogurts. In the morning they have like salmon bagels and eclairs and just all kinds of places. All during the day they change up what they offer on here. Towards the evening they'll have these little truffles and all that, and we had a few of these. We tried to sample as much as we could on here, but everything was really good. And of course they got all the kinds of teas and coffees and juices. Well, the first restaurant I'm going to talk about is Atlantide. This is the main dining for the Silversea and Silver Ray. As you can tell, the plating was absolutely amazing. The plates were amazing. The food was amazing. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner here. We only ate breakfast and dinner. We didn't eat lunch here, but we had breakfast in here a couple times, so everything's made to order, so you can get your eggs, omelets, eggs Benedict, all that kind of stuff. Sit down, just order, and they bring it to you. But yeah, breakfast was really good. We ate it a couple times, but dinner was fantastic. We ate dinner here at least 4 times, maybe 5 times if I can remember right. But all the starters, appetizers, things like that were excellent. Even the mains were good. You had pretty good variety. Even though they changed the menu a couple times, you could actually sit down and eat here every night and be able to get something different. Like I said, the appetizers, I had the carpaccio one night, and the seared scallops were on the menu a couple times. The breads were absolutely fantastic. Of course, you could get lobster every night you wanted to. You could get filet mignon every night if you wanted to. You could get lobster and filet mignon every night if you wanted to. But everything was really top-notch. I couldn't complain at all about the meals we had in Atlantide. My wife was happy she was able to get scallops and lobster and sea bass, every other night if she wanted to. This was the sea bass and lobster that I got one night. But yeah, overall, we really enjoyed Atlantide. Didn't have a bad meal here at all. Everything was perfect. Really think it's one of the better main dining in any cruise line. All right. When we first got on board, we went to the grill. So the marquee area has the Grill and Spaccanapoli, which is their pizza place. And this is kind of an outdoor, open air dining area. And it's on deck 10, on the same deck as the pool and some of the other areas. But they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner here. Breakfast and lunch you don't need a reservation for, but dinner you do. My wife really liked these calamari. She actually ordered a double order next time we went here for lunch. So all the food here was really good as well. On the breakfast side, it's kind of a lighter fare, but for lunch they have things like steak sandwich, burger, different kinds of salads, things like that, different kinds of sandwiches as well. One of the things I really was impressed with is they have the extra virgin olive oil and the balsamic vinegar are from Italy. They're imported. But the pizza was really good from Spaccanapoli. We had that a couple times as well. And one time for lunch, they had these little lobster rolls. They had a little salad bar and little sandwiches on there, and the lobster rolls were on there. So they were really good. That was one of the times we got back from our excursion. This was for breakfast. It was a lobster Benedict, and then these were like little little frittatas, a little egg white frittata. So their breakfast at the grill is more of a lighter fare, so they didn't have heavy stuff. It was all things like this, a bagel with smoked salmon, pumpkin pancakes my wife got, so, but all very good. And like I said, we did eat dinner here as well. You do need a reservation for dinner here because the seating capacity, but this is a place where you actually cook your own food on a hot lava stone. Now, they did have other things here that you could order that you don't have to cook yourself, but that was the main concept of this restaurant. Starts out, they give you some nachos with some salsa and guacamole, and then some different breads here, some crispy crackers and breadsticks and other bread. This was called a bloomin' onion, so just like an Outback, it was a fried onion, whole with onion petals. This was grilled chicken thighs that had a sweet honey mustard type sauce. And this was us cooking our own food on the hot lava rocks.
And double prawns. Maybe I keep the rest on the plate.
I may not eat double.
You're not going to eat the heads, are you?
I put the 4 slice.
That's fine.
4 prawns.
Mm-hmm.
How would you like the meat, sir?
I'll do it medium rare.
Medium rare. So I put it on the side. Serve first.
Okay. As you can tell, it wasn't my wife's favorite part of the experience, but the desserts were awesome. They had a roasted pineapple with ice cream, and this was a key lime pie. It was pretty good. Had a little bit of chocolate on top of it as well. All right, now we're going to go to La Terrazza, which during the day for breakfast and lunch is a buffet-style restaurant, but at night it is a full Northern Italian gourmet restaurant. But for the buffet, for both lunch and breakfast, it was actually really good, had lots of options. But you could also sit down and order like omelets and eggs your way as well. So it wasn't just the buffet, you could actually sit down and order breakfast as well. But the buffet, both the lunch and the breakfast were actually really good, had lots of different variety, fresh fruits and vegetables and all that. Like I said, you could order eggs cooked your way and omelets and all that as well. They bring it to you. I did actually order eggs Benedict here one day, and it was actually really, really good. So I couldn't complain at all. So for dinner, it was a sit-down restaurant. You do need reservations, just like the grill. But all the food here that we had for dinner was actually really good. They have a multiple course menu, and of course we had the charcuterie board here with different breads, and had the caprese salad here, which is really good. Fresh tomatoes with fresh mozzarella and basil pesto. Chopped octopus salad was really good with tomatoes and extra virgin olive oil. And this was the risotto that was really good. I had this as well. Like I said, everything we had here was really top notch, and it was included in the price of the cruise, so you just had to make reservations. This was a duck ragu pasta with Parmesan, and here's the black peppercorn pasta as well with the cream sauce. And then I had the ossobuco, veal ossobuco, which was really, really good stuff. So really was impressed with the Italian restaurant. And of course we had the tiramisu for dessert. We both got the same thing. It was really, really good. Couldn't complain at all about it. Our next restaurant we're going to talk about is the S.A.L.T Kitchen, which is down there by Atlantide on deck 3. But this is the restaurant that the menu changes slightly every day, and it is based on their SALT program. So it's on local, focuses on local cuisines, things that you're going to be going to, places you're going to be going to. So they change up the menu every couple days. And like I said, it's, focuses more on the food that you're going to be visiting, the areas you're going to be visiting, the food in that area. This here was a big piece of bread, which was really good. Came with the salsa and kind of a curry type salsa, Jamaican type salsa with this dark bread as well. My wife really liked the bread, and she liked that big bread ball thing. This was a curried lobster, which was a really good appetizer. Not too spicy with the curry. The Caribbean curries are not very spicy, so this was a mahi-mahi pocket with mango salsa, which was really good as well. This was kind of a pot stickers or dumplings stew with asparagus and different kinds of flavors there. Of course, I got the ribeye, had some more asparagus, and this was like a spicy sauce on it as well. Cool coating, but had some really good desserts. I can't remember what this one was. I know it was some type of rum cake. It was very good. This was a coconut tort type deal with coconut ice cream as well. So really good. You got to check out the S.A.L.T kitchen when you're there, and that is an included restaurant. For my wife's birthday celebration, we spent the money and went to the La Dame French restaurant, which is extra, costs about $100 a person, but it is a multiple course, really high-end French meal, and I was really impressed with both the surroundings, the decor in the restaurant, and the service was absolutely fantastic. Something you would expect from a 5-star restaurant or a 4 Michelin star restaurant for sure. Really loved the food here, and like I said, the service and the decor was fantastic. So I would say this was probably well worth the extra money we paid. Of course, the utensils and the plates were all really high end, of course. They had this decoration on the table, a lit up glass flower, which made it really look really chic. This was our starter bread. They had other bread that we had with French farmer's bread, but this was a seasoned, had some different seasonings on it. It was really good. This was an amuse-bouche, kind of get us started here. It was a smoked onion. This was different kinds of butter. One was just a regular plain French butter, and one had different kinds of seasonings in it. Both of them were really, really good. Of course, here's the French farmer's bread, which was really good as well for our second bread portion. I got the caviar service for one of my appetizers, which came with all the accoutrements there. Was really good as well. My wife chose to get a salad with balsamic, which she thoroughly enjoyed. Has mixed greens, of course. For the soup course, I got the potato and leek soup with truffle oil and caviar, and my wife chose the lobster bisque, which you can tell had some big chunks of lobster in it, and she thoroughly enjoyed it. And mine was really good as well. Had caviar and truffle oil on top. Was very good. As you can see, the lobster bisque had just chunks of lobster in it. Between courses, they gave us here a little palate cleanser, a little sorbet with champagne. Then we had the lobster. My wife had the lobster and ravioli, which as you can tell was presented really well. And then I went ahead and had the Dover sole that was deboned at the table, as you can see right now.
So here's the pans here, Dover sole, served with Bollinger potato, baby corn, zucchini, asparagus tips, and baby carrots as well. Lamb for Just be careful, you might find some small bones still, but the main bone is already deboned, so the small bones, there's a lot of small bones on the side like this. And let me put the sauce. This one is melted butter with crouton, parsley, and lemon juice. And you're also having monochrome vert, roasted.
Like I said, guys, the food and the service was all excellent. I chose the souffle, Grand Marnier souffle for dessert. Of course, it came with a little bit of ice cream and a little sauce. And then it came, my wife, we actually got these little pedophores for dessert as well. They kind of came with it. And then my wife got a little happy birthday cake. So it was her birthday and they gave her a little happy birthday cake. And we couldn't even eat the whole thing, so she had to take it back to the room. Next up, guys, was Silver Note. Now, this is a jazz type club, dinner club, and you need reservations for this. You can only get one during your cruise. Like I said, guys, you're going to want to book this as soon as you book your cruise because it's very popular and they only have a certain amount of seating per night. The food, as you can tell, is all tapas style, little plates, and you can order as many of them as you want. Different servings of them, different appetizers, things like that. A bread course, of course. These are seared scallops, which are really good. And then we got this thing here, which was caviar with potato and some kind of dried meat product, which was really crunchy, but it was really good. And then we had crab bites. This was chopped up crab salad with that was a squid ink, crispy squid ink, and vegetable. Of course, the wines that they served were really good. They even gave me a whole bottle of Pinot Noir for myself, but everything was really good here.
I never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right, noticing the days hurrying by, when you're in love, my how they fly.
All right, my next plate, I got the citrus marinated lobster and also the duck confit that had some pretty cool stuff with it. And then, of course, I got the chicken, free-range chicken with hummus, and then had some of the filet as well. And then my wife got the steak and the citrus lobster as well. So really good food, and the desserts were fantastic. This was the Black Swan, which is a lot of chocolate. And then my wife got it's called like an opera, and it was chocolate and mascarpone and just lots of sweet stuff. Really good food at the We're going to move on to the Asian restaurant, Kaiseki, and this is open for lunch for free. You can participate in the sushi and stuff like that that's included, and it's a nice little restaurant. It is also for dinner. You have to pay extra for it. I think it was $80 a person for dinner, which you have a really extensive menu for dinner. But for lunch, you can just come on in and eat lunch. There's no reservations required. And they have a good menu of different types of high-end sushi, sashimi, and they have some different ramen bowls as well. And they got the bao buns, which are really good. We had lunch here one day, and we really enjoyed it. We wish we would have came back and did lunch another day, but there was so much stuff going on and so much other food to eat that we only made it here once for lunch. But even though we were only here once, I tried the ramen and the sushi, so I had to try a little bit of everything, and it was all really good, really fresh, really hot. Everything here was great. So for dinner, they have a more extensive menu. They have two different menus. They have an a la carte, which you can order separate items. Then they have a menu that does multiple courses that you can do. I chose to just order on my own. just because of the fact that I wanted to be able to choose the items that I wanted that sound good to me. All right, guys, the first item we got was the edamame beans, and it's called a chua masha, which is an egg custard marinated with mirin, dashi, and miso, which was pretty good. The next one up was a steamed chopped shrimp with shrimp broth and caviar on top. Next was a mushroom soup with glass noodles, green onions, seasoned with soy and sake. That led into the tempura shrimp with tempura vegetable platter that was served with soy dipping sauce and a different type of sauce as well. Then we went to the, actually got the Wagyu beef steak and grilled lobster basted in miso as well. I did get the rice here with the sesame seeds and all that on top that was seasoned. Really good. I also got the these were like little egg omelets here with a dipping sauce as well. That was really good. For dessert, I got the strawberry and ice cream with different fruits in it, and then my wife got the matcha cake, which I'm not a big matcha person, but she really enjoyed it. They taste like grass to me. And that was it for that. Next we're gonna talk about the S.A.L.T Lab. The S.A.L.T Lab and the S.A.L.T Bar are right next to each other, but the S.A.L.T Lab is where they have the cooking classes that you can sign up for, and they also have the chef's table, the S.A.L.T chef's table, which you can sign up to pay extra to do. But we really enjoyed the cooking classes here. I did all 3 of them that were offered.
Alright, a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the S.A.L.T Lab this afternoon. My name is S.A.L.T and I'm the S.A.L.T host here on board beautiful Silver Ray, and really excited to be back to share some of our local recipes and techniques this afternoon. Now today's focus is going to be on the Caribbean. Alright, we're going to talk a little bit about the genius of jerk. So today we're going to do 3 different recipes. We're going to make a grilled steak sandwich, and then we're going to do a Caribbean slaw, and then we're going to finish it off with doing a vegetable kebab. Alright, that's also going to be marinated with some jerk seasoning.
Like I said, guys, I did all 3 of the cooking classes, and they were really good. This happened to be the jerk steak sandwich and other jerk stuff. This was the shrimp curry and garbanzo bean curry, and this was Johnny cakes with a cod salsa mixed together, which is really good. Really enjoyed the cooking classes, and then they also had some cooking demonstrations in the main Venetian lounge where they actually went over recipes. This one happened to have a drink recipe, and then they did a shrimp curry recipe, which we did later in the cooking class, which was great to see. But they gave you all the information on the area, different styles of cooking, different things they love to eat in that area, and then they gave you a sample of what they cooked up on the stage, which was really cool. This was included, so there was no extra charge for any of that. And make sure you sign up for those cooking classes pretty early. Now, if you want to do the 3 specialty dining experiences, you can do that by doing the Epicurean experience. They'll give you a discount if you sign up to do all 3. Highly recommend you do it when you first board the ship. If you've already reserved them beforehand, you can actually do this package, and they'll charge you the discount. Now, we did the chef's table one night, which is a limited number of people, like I think up to 15 or 16, and then it's a multi-course dinner, of course, and it usually goes by the area that you're going to be visiting or other areas.
Welcome to my home. I always going to start my service. I mentioned it's like my home. Exactly because in my home, I'm going to receive my friends. I cannot see anymore the guests in front of me, just my friends. My friend is coming to my home exactly for enjoy my preparation, enjoy the cocktails, the wines, enjoy the friends, the new friends, what we can do here. And for me, it's a very special when you come to my home for exactly enjoy my preparation, enjoy the moment, because the life is better when you enjoy the moment.
Just going over some of the things that we had on the chef's table. This was a Chilean sea bass ceviche in a nice sauce with some caviar on it. This was a guacamole and a plantain crust and a little salsa on top. This was corn-free way, so we had a corn tortilla with a corn paste underneath with a little baby corn on top with some Oaxaca cheese in the middle. So he's showing us the Oaxaca cheese there. So everything had a little story, and they prepared most of this right there. This was a little bit of lobster with a mango sauce. Some higher end foods here, of course. This was a slow cooked pork belly with some sauce on a corn tortilla with some onions. These were grilled mushrooms and had some kind of crunchy little things to go with it. This was actually a black bean ball with black bean juice. So like I said, this was more Southwest, I guess, or South American. This was an octopus, grilled octopus with a little sauce in there and grilled tortillas. And this was duck breast, so cooked really good with a mango salsa as well. So then we went on to the desserts. There's a coconut ice cream, and then there was a chocolate dessert. I can't remember the name of the chocolate dessert, but it was really, really good and really fancy. So check out the S.A.L.T Chef's Table when you're on the Silversea Silver Ray. It was a really good experience. All right, so the second to the last sea day, there was a seafood buffet down in the Atlantide and S.A.L.T kitchen restaurants on deck 3. It encompassed pretty much everything in deck 3, even the shelter. So they set up a caviar station in the shelter where they had pedophores set up and champagne and all that to start you out. So you could just get your champagne, have some canapes with caviar. Then they had a charcuterie section over in the S.A.L.T kitchen restaurant to start you out with some small stuff. But then in Atlantide is where all the big stuff was. They had lobster and shrimp and all kinds of sushi and just about everything you could think of. And this was a brunch, so it was a sea day brunch. It was the second to the last sea day. Tons of stuff. You can see all the desserts that were here on this table. They had a crepes station where you could get your own custom-made crepes. They had somebody doing Asian bowls as well. They had waffles. They had pretty much anything you wanted, but they also had you can actually order off a menu, and they had like Wagyu meat sliders and things like that you could also order, and the waiter would bring them to you. But tons of different food here. Really enjoyed that. Make sure you do that. Don't eat breakfast that day. Just wait for the seafood brunch buffet on the second to the last sea day, because it was absolutely amazing. Tons of stuff. And like I said, they had champagne pretty much anywhere you wanted, and all kinds of drinks right there in the hallway. So really good seafood buffet. I really enjoyed it a lot. Speaking of champagne and drinks, we're going to talk about the bars that are on board now. We're going to start with the S.A.L.T bar, which is right out in front of the S.A.L.T lab. So you can visit here when you're doing the S.A.L.T Chef's Table, or you can visit it any other night. This is where they have the local different types of liquors, and they do the local type drinks and any kind of drink you want. It's kind of like the Alchemy bar and other cruise lines. They have, like I said, this was a Caribbean gin that I had a gin martini made of. It was actually really good, kind of a different flavor, but you can still tell it was gin. But they do all kinds of different drinks here, and it's like I said, right outside the S.A.L.T lab. This actually did a special drink for us when we did the S.A.L.T Chef's Table. Can't remember what this drink was, but it was a really cool local drink that was very flavorful for sure. Going to the back of the boat, you have the Dusk Bar, and this is, like I said, right on the back of the boat, and you can see the wake of the boat here. There's lots of seating, and it's kind of here, all day. You got it during the day. They're there. People are just hanging out on the back and relaxing. But at night, and it kind of opens up, and people go here for entertainment. They have a saxophone player. Heading back inside the ship, you have the Panorama Lounge on the back of the ship on deck 5, where they have a lot of the bingo, trivia, karaoke, things like that. They had our first timers cocktail party here with entertainment, which was pretty fun, but all kinds of entertainment here on the Panorama Lounge. In the center of the ship on deck 5, you have Dulce Vitae, which is the main lounge bar on the ship. They have pretty much all kinds of drinks here, but lots of space to sit. Of course, they gave you little snacks pretty much on all the bars. Anytime you had to sit down for a drink, they'd give you little snacks, pedophores, things like that. And they also had a piano player here, and the violinist would come here on a regular basis as well. Heading back outside the deck 10, you have the pool bar, and this was a 360-degree bar. So they would serve on all 4 sides of the bar, so it covered the pool and the whole mid-deck 10 pool deck area. And then they also had waiters as well servicing this area as well. But pretty much serve anything during the day. It opened up at, I think, 8:30 in the morning and opened up, I think, until like 6 or 7 o'clock at night. They would finally close down. Next, we're going to go to the Shelter, which is down by the Atlantide and S.A.L.T kitchen restaurants down on deck 3. So this is where people would go to get a cocktail before that. And they also had the violin player was here quite often every night. Touch on the different kinds of liquors that they had. Everything was pretty much high-end. They had Buffalo Trace, they had Eagle Rare, Woodford Reserve as far as bourbons go. They had all kinds of high-end vodkas, including Tito's and Belvedere, Grey Goose, pretty much anything you wanted they had. Top-level gins, but pretty much all the top-level stuff. It was all included with your fare. So have to say the food and drinks on the Silverseas on Silver Ray was absolutely fantastic. If you're looking for a luxury cruise, you're going to really enjoy all the things that are included on Silversea. So make sure you like, subscribe, and share. If you have any questions, you want to talk about me booking you on a Silverseas cruise, just contact us at fireandwatercooking.com. Email, call, and we'll get you set up. Thanks for watching, and like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next video.